Hurricane Harvey, everyone, expected to be the most expensive natural disaster in U.S. history. AccuWeather is now saying that the damages from the storm could top $190 billion. And Congress may vote on Harvey relief as early as next week when they return from their August recess. They'll also have to deal with the National Flood Insurance Program, which is set to expire at the end of the month. Joining me right now, Texas Congressman William Hurd. Congressman Hurd, first of all, you know, our hearts go out to you. We know how challenging a time this is for you and everyone there in Texas. So with that said, what is it that you need from us? What is it that you need from the country right now?
Well, keep talking about what's really going on. In your earlier segment, you were talking about how federal, state, and local government have been working well together, with the private sector as well. We have a company based here in San Antonio called HEB. It's a large grocery chain. You know, they're providing, they're helping cities make sure that they have electricity. You know, the gas stations and some of the grocery stores are becoming meeting points, and we got to make sure that some of our National Guard are providing security for those areas. So it really is amazing. There's been 2 million meals given to folks that have been impacted by this, and there's about 7 million in reserves. We have 32,000 people in some form of shelter. We have thousands of people involved in search and rescue, and the active storm elements are starting to reside, and now we can start really looking at assessments of property and damage and what's going to need to be done. It took 3 years to recover from Katrina. We're going to see something probably larger than that here with Hurricane Harvey.
I can remember. I've told this story a couple times today because for me this brings back a lot of memories of the aftermath of Katrina, and I can remember I spent a lot of time on the ground there and seeing with much frustration the breakdown between the federal government and local government, in that you had FEMA trailers that were just sitting there in parking lots and they couldn't get to the people, and the people, you know, needed them. I remember also just how long it took. I was there over Christmas. I went back, and there were families still living in tent cities all across the area because their homes still had not been rebuilt, and maybe they hadn't gotten the FEMA trailer yet. It's kind of a long haul, and I think it's important that the nation not, you know, forget. We're focused on this right now, but we can't forget, and that's in part my job and your job.
Absolutely.
To make sure that this story and all of these people's stories continue to be told, Congressman.
Look, so San Antonio wasn't hit by the weather as bad as obviously places like Houston and Beaumont and Corpus Christi, but this has been a place where a lot of search and rescue has been staging. We've accepted a number of folks that have left their home, and I was just at a center, a shelter, where the folks from Corpus Christi were getting ready to go back home and, you know, begin to start to rebuild. But you're absolutely right. We got to remember the silver lining of all this is people helping people. The fact that you know, people from all over the country brought their boats down to Texas, that are donating time and money to organizations that are helping with the response is really important. And the fact that, you know, I spent 9.5 years as an undercover officer in the CIA. I've seen some of these natural disasters overseas. I've been on the front end there, but seeing this, you know, since I've only been in Congress 2.5 years on this side, the coordination that is happening between federal, state, and local folks is really impressive.
Well, it's good to see. And Congressman, thank you for joining us. I can't imagine many people wanting to stand in the way of what you all need right now. And I know that a lot of people want to do their part. So I just want to briefly mention as we go out to break here, and we're going to come back with more coverage, that if you're watching here at home and you want to do something and you probably feel like you need to do something, one of the charities to look at, of course, is the Red Cross, American Red Cross, which is doing so much to help these people right now. And another is the Salvation Army. So you can donate to the Red Cross by going to redcross.org or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. You can text Harvey as well and make a $10 donation. Hey, make a dollar donation, whatever you can afford. It's much appreciated there in Texas.